Some expert analysis from Mikael Valtersson. He's a military analyst, former officer with the Swedish Armed Forces, joins me from Stockholm. Good evening to you, Mikael. Russia says it's winning the war. Donald Trump says that Russia's winning the war. But even if that is true at this particular moment, that doesn't necessarily mean the war is over, I would argue. Things can change depending on support on both sides. What would it take to turn the conflict back in the favour of Ukraine? What would need to happen?
Well, even if US and the European states gave the same amount of weapon and monetary support as they have done the last year, it would still be not enough. From Ukrainian sides, they have said that if they want to retake areas, the Western support must at least be increased 5 times. That's probably impossible, and the Western support will probably reduce during 2025. So the tides will continue against Ukraine.
So long term, you think it's in Russia's favour. They must have some weak points, though. Where they're vulnerable. I mean, for example, they're using tens of thousands, reportedly, of North Korean fighters. Does that mean they're running out of soldiers?
No, but you have a picture in the West that Russia uses meat waves and don't care about their soldiers. But the Russian tactics they are doing small-scale attacks and often softening up the targets with a lot of artillery. And the reason for that is that they want to limit the Russian casualties. The side that attacks have always much higher casualties normally than the defenders. But since Russia has a superiority in drones and artillery, they can equalize that. So I believe that the casualties are about the same on both sides. And since Ukraine, in real terms, has maybe around 25 million inhabitants living on the area they control, Russia is 6 times as large, and with the same amount of losses. That means that it's 6 times harder for Ukraine to keep up those losses.
So if, as you say, and as we hear elsewhere, Russia has massively the upper hand in this fight, why is Vladimir Putin even talking about a ceasefire? If it's all going in his favour, or is he being disingenuous here? Does he not really want one?
No, he doesn't want total ceasefire, because a total ceasefire and with continued military aid to Ukraine will give Ukraine a breathing space. The limited ceasefire that Russia has admitted to is mostly to Russian favor, because one of the areas where Ukraine has been successful is with the strategic long-range attacks against the Russian energy sector. It doesn't affect the lives of ordinary Russians, but it makes the economy is hit hard. And by allowing for 30 days of non-attacks on the energy infrastructure in both countries, it's not something bad for Russia, and they can still seem like they want to have a ceasefire. But a total ceasefire is not in the interest of Russia.
Mikael, unfortunately, we'll have to leave it there. Hopefully we'll get to speak again on this. Mikael Valtersson, military analyst, former officer of the Swedish Armed Forces. Thank you.
Thank you.